Is car addiction is a real problem? I ask myself, why oil from my car drips on my face? Maybe this addiction behavior is something else. Maybe, just maybe, I'm doing it to achieve something more than just repair. Or I just jump out of mistakes, but I keep repeating again and again. In my belief, your unique mistakes makes you see world differently than everybody else. That's why you are artists. That's why you have to build yourself for great work which one day the world will recognize. But right now, I don't give a shit. So let's review my car symmetry.
Yeah, so the first car from my collection I gonna show you, it's Audi 100. My friend sold for me for 200 euros. So it's incredible cheap. It's literally metal price. So I of course bought it. Drop it here right now. Of course it doesn't run, but I have future plans for it. Maybe I gonna swap the engine. Maybe the car is not gonna be front wheel drive anymore. You're gonna see it. Yeah, moving on, I have this red coupe E36. Why I bought this car? Because on this car costed 550 euros, and this car have it very good condition and kinda pricely wheels. Which one is put it on this E36, and I only because of that bought this car. But in the way turned out what the of course except the rear fenders, the truck, the front boot, the doors and so on, but the chassis itself is very good condition. It's very rare in the country which one has winters and quite good winters, and I only bought because of wheels. But turns out I decided to leave the car for the future project. Yeah. Moving on, another E36 coupe. I bought this car from the friend. It cost me, I don't remember, maybe 650 euros, maybe more, maybe less, but plus minus this price. Very cheap car and so on. But sadly the bottom of a car is side skirt is kind of alright, but the bottom of a car is welded like roof metal cover, something like that, was welded. The chassis is very bad condition. I'm gonna show you and so on. So it's very possible that this car gonna become donor car. I'm not sure about it. It's the future question. Fast show. I bought also this chassis Miata with documents because I have one Miata destroyed. It was how to say, written out of the all of the streets. It's not legal anymore because it had quite good impact in the back. So I bought this donor. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use it. Maybe it's very possible I bought it without the point, but whatever, I have it and I don't have any choice right now. Yeah, and this is my another E36. I bought it from the good friend of mine. The story of this car, what my friend bought this car. It originally was 316. So in another words, 1.6 engine, very bad, how to say, not many good stuff around the car. The bumpers, everything is right now is changed to MTech and so on, but before it was like teleloto car, I'd like to call it that. Yeah, so why I bought from a friend. I had to swap his car to 1.8 ES engine, and I have struggled it, and I also call it electrician and so on, and I was struggling with electricity side. And turns out the struggle was because there was two alarm systems, and one electric disconnected one alarm system, but that alarm system was connected to another alarm system because it was badly connected, and the old one wasn't removed, and so on. I did not have it electricity. This car was sitting in my boot life for a whole year, I'd like to say, in my garage, in my workshop, you know. That friend who left the car, of course he was mad, but to you to understand, I do not live in Lithuania at the time. I was in the Belgium, so he quite understood what I'm barely in Lithuanian, so it's not like 1 month project or a few weeks or something like that. Yeah, but it was very sad situation. What car was not started. That friend was coming to Lithuania back, and he wanted the car, and I just decided to give him a good price for the car. So I by my opinion, I gave very good price for the car, and I bought this car from him. He bought another car, E34, and very great car, and I happy of this project. Maybe in the future I'm gonna show something about his project. Yeah, but I bought this car and immediately I fixed the car. By immediately I just paid a big load of money for electricians to find the fixes, and I actually regret it, because it's way simple just to take not only engine wiring but whole car inside to the rear, just to change the wiring and so on. Yeah, so, and yeah, the story ended that I drove this car, very fun car, but the head gasket has blown up and the car stood up. Of course it got a little bit smashes over here in some point. It was standing quite a lot here, so you can see it's growing in the dirt. Yeah, but I'm not gonna tell you when, but this car gonna very soon drive. Yeah, so this one is donor, and this one is my first car, Seat Ibiza GTD. Very great car, total beater. This car, actually my brother bought this car for my mother, and then in the future I bought it for myself. Amazing car, amazing driver. The first slalom racing in this car I have it. The first overall just fun on the streets and so on. I know it's front wheel drive, but this car gave me a lot of pleasure, a lot. Yeah, so, and I know in the stories like people saying, friends, not the friends, in over YouTubers saying that, oh, I sold my first car and so bad, but I'm looking something with the same chassis and so on. That's why I not sold this car. It's the same VIN number, it's the same soul, and I'm happy to keep this car. Maybe in the future this car is gonna drive. Of course, I'm not sure if it's gonna be stock car, because it's today for me today, like 14, 12 or 12 years ago, this car was holy grail for me, but today it's a slow piece of shit, let's say that. Yeah, another car, 4 doors E36, this one is with 1.8 engine. The car is shit. Yeah, I bought this car to revive it because I thought it's enough good quality. Just so you know, the car is incredibly cheap. I paid it for like 520 euros, something like that. I do not remember exactly, but it's very cheap was. Yeah, but turns out I started to fix this car. I see there's no healthy bushings in the suspension. The shock absorbers is dead. There's a lot of electricity problem with the car. The chassis is in very bad condition and so on. Yeah, and the last car today, no, okay, it's not the last car, but another car is my Miata. I have two NB Miatas. One, which one I have told you before, I have crashed, and I bought that frame for that Miata. That Miata standing in my home garage. This one Miata was my first NB Miata. Was great car. I went to many as many as possible. I was going to the slalom, how to say, sprint also racing and so on, and autocross also. And this car was just amazing. I bought it very cheap, 920 euros. The car was heated in the front. The chassis was very bad condition from the metal work, if you talk. And I beat the shit off this car. I am poorly, like very bad, restored the front, cut it, the engine support and so on, and welded the new one. I do not know how it's called, but I'm honestly gonna say it's needed to cut the half a car and put the new one, because the job was done by me and by young me, so I'm very not proud of it. Yeah, and as I thought, I have another Miata, so cut it to the footage. Yeah, and as you see, I have these two Miatas, but these two wasn't my first Miata. My first Miata was NC Miata, and I just wanna fast tell you about the NC Miata. NC Miata, a fucking great car, because in the why I saying that, in the internet I seeing a lot of people saying, oh, NC Miata is a boat and something else. It's fucking bullshit. Like, NC Miata is the best Miata of all 4 generations, and I have it first 3 generations of Miata. So yeah, the NC Miata the best. I gonna fast tell you why. First of all, the weight. Miata is boat, like people saying, but it's not a boat. It's wider, and the wheelbase it's longer, so it's better on the high speeds and so on. Which one old Miatas was crap shit, actually, and it's incredible crappy shit if you run stock Miata. Yeah, of course Miatas are great, don't get mad on me, but it's great up to a certain speed. In our speed it's you know, and NC Miata have it way better wheelbase and so on. And no matter these facts, NC Miata was almost the same weight as NB and NA Miata. Why? NC Miata have also not only the front hood aluminum, but also the rear suspension is aluminum. Then engine block is fully aluminum, and so many parts. So NC Miata just better in the weight reduction, and it's also bigger. And if you're gonna want to make like this Miata, like use control arms wider and so on, and you need big brakes and so on, like it's kiddo brakes, it's, I don't know, it's go-kart brakes. And if we're gonna compare with NC Miata, the smallest brakes possible, they are like 3 times bigger. Yeah, so when you upgrade like this old Miata, you sometimes grow the weight, and you don't need to do that on NC Miata. Yeah, also why NC Miata is great, because you can swap the suspension with the RX-8 model, so you can use bigger brakes, better CV joints and so on. Like, you can very cheap upgrade the car. Yeah, and overall I drove all 3 generations in racetrack, full stock ones, and NC Miata, there's no doubt, is the best. Yeah, and I love it. NC Miata, sadly I do not have it anymore, but one day I gonna buy again NC Miata. Yeah, so this is about this Miata. I also have these. It's Moskvich 400 and 401. These are donor cars. They are meant to rust off here, so it's everything alright because I have another chassis, good chassis with good documents, plenty parts, everything to start restoring restoration process. Everything I keep under these garages. Also there's another car I'm not gonna tell you about for now, and also I have something in these garages too, but I'm not gonna tell because there's sleeping cars which one has very good story, and there's only left 2 cars from my collection, let's say. I'm gonna show you, but before showing you that, just wanted to tell it's like illness what I have. I was buying the cars. When you have money, I was just rushing by the cars, like hand is shaking. It's like a drug for me actually. And after a while, when I need money, I just started to sell these cars or sell the parts I bought for these cars and so on. So I lost the money. I lost quite a lot of money. I have cars which one I think also lost the price a little bit because it's standing outside and it's just rusting. Yeah, but I gonna do my best to restore these cars. Yeah, so first car more serious from my collection is Simca Matra Bajeras. I transported it to Lithuania. I fixed it. I drove it, not much, like enough, like as it's a historical car, and the engine started knocking. There was coming brake problems and so on. Of course I have fixed these things before when I bought the car, but it started some issues, and I just started to do some job on this car, to install some parts and so on, and in the end it just standing right here, and I hope very soon I just gonna keep this car under the roof and protect the car, because it's very sad to see this car like sitting in this condition. For me personally, it's amazing car with amazing story. Maybe one day I gonna restore this car and I gonna show you the story of this car, the story overall of the Matras car, because as I said, it's quite interesting. And another car, the car which one I bought as a metal scrap, it's no joke. I bought in Belgium. There was people who was buying like all cars, metal from the people and so on. They drive to the spot and they give you a little bit money and they transport that metal to the scrap metal, and they both sides earning the money. And they got this car, this fucking car. It wasn't drivable, it doesn't have the documents and so on, and I contacted them, and dude said how much, and I asked how much do you want, and he said how much you gonna give, and I just like, okay, you're not saying me the price, so I'm gonna give you a ridiculous price, and I'm literally write that, and I write it 300 euros, and the guy writes me okay, and I just immediately went to pick up this car. As I told, it wasn't driving, but I bring it to my work, and in a few weeks this car was fully working. It was actually surprisingly very good condition. You can see some parts is missing, but I bought these parts already, so I have them. Yeah, and yeah, this car was amazing. I drove it in Lithuania, capital city. Yeah, so it's now time to show you news about the workshop. I don't gonna lie, the last month I put at many hours work around here, and sadly I don't see results. It's a bit a bummer. In this like room, only one window was deleted. This one room is not touched almost, except few cracks and so on. The roof I had made before, just emergency service, but right now it's needed proper service. For that proper service, I have started to disassemble my ex daily car. Why I started to disassemble? It's very high mileage car and it's just not worth it to sell as it is, and it's not worth it to revive it, you know, for the future driving. So I started to take it all apart, and you can see this part, this room has a little bit change. First of all, there is no wooden floor right now. The windows is block plus minus. Some kinds of gate I just welded. Of course I welded them just only for now because I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep them, because the place to drive in is too narrow for the really wide car. This E91 barely fits it. Yeah, and so on. You can see some trashes here. Yeah, but I'm really disappointed by myself, like putting that many hours and having this crappy results. I'm not happy. I'm really not happy, but I'm gonna try to push myself even harder and to see what's gonna bring me to the future. Yeah, so thank you very much for viewing this video of this vlog, and write comment, because I do not have many comments. Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna ask some things. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Bye.